strategy is pointing out that the Republican Party is not making things better. Okay, so I think a lot of people, certainly in Missouri, I imagine it's probably the same in Arkansas, vote Republican because the Republican Party tells them, I'm for small businesses, we're for lower taxes, we're for smaller government, or we're not going to interfere. And yet, it's like Lucy in the football. Like every time she holds that football and says she's going to hold it. Yeah, exactly. The Republican Party is that way. The government has grown. If you look at the charts, it's not growing with the Democrats and going down with the Republicans. It's this. Republicans are equally responsible. And you know, if you need recent examples, you can point to President Trump, who has done some good things. He says he's cut all this regulation. By the way, that's not really borne out by the statistics. Look at what's been cut. There's been some regulations that have been cut, but you're not seeing other regulations cut. They're just not growing at the same speed that they were growing under the Obama administration. We're not getting like this great rollback. We're not getting this great empowerment under the GOP. And you even have President Trump now saying that he wants to see more gun control, and he's saying he wants to see paid leave and things like that that are actually going to be detrimental to our civil rights, our freedoms, and our economic freedom. And my final strategy is to ask people if they want their economic prosperity, their jobs rerun like the DMV or the VA. Okay, so do you want to sit around and be like, wait for a job and stand in line like you're at the DMV, or stand in line like you're at the VA, and can rely on that to give you what you need to take care of yourself? Do you want to, or do you think that your pay will be secure under a government job in the same way that Social Security is secure? There are people right now who work government jobs and they make good living. I'll give you an example of my own family. My older brother has been working for the University of California for like 20, 30 years. I mean, he's got an excellent pay, excellent benefits, but the pension plan is massively underfunded in California, and it's on the verge of bankruptcy. So often he says to me, you should work for the state, and you'll be good forever. And I said, well, I really, really hope it works out for you, but, you got 20 years until you retire, and I'm kind of afraid that pension's not going to be there. And it's not fair to you because you took that job, that was the deal when you took the job, so that's what you bargained for, and I don't think you can trust the state to keep your word. Now, more importantly, I'm not staying in California because I'm not going to pay the taxes to pay for it. So, every person like me that leaves, and there's literally millions out of California, there's fewer people paying into that Ponzi scheme of a pension. And guess what? It's going to collapse under its own weight. So if you believe that the government can be trusted, I think that you live maybe in a Pollyanna utopia, and maybe we should point out Social Security, we should point to the VA, we should point to the DMV, say, this is a good example of what happens when government's in control of things that are really important. They can't be trusted. So that's the way I talk to people. I try to get them to come over to the Libertarian Party. Once you point out the problems and you really get it like close to home for them, then they start to be interested in the solutions that we have to offer, which are many and varied, and mostly involve trusting people to take care of themselves because they know better than any person at some government hierarchy. I'd like to remind people that the world is a complex place. It's a difficult place with lots of things going on, and it's not fair to expect that there's some wise person who knows best for everybody. It's simply not possible. It's not possible that President Trump or any other president knows what's best for every single human being in this country or on this planet. It's much better to decentralize power so that we can all take care of ourselves. We can use the wisdom of the masses, or the hive mind, as you might say. That's the better way for us to govern our societies. Because if you're waiting for President Trump to get to you and you're one of millions, he's not going to hear you, and you're going to be waiting a long time. So that's my pitch for how we can talk to people about economic issues. I think it's really important. And that's going to be, I'm not using this as a stump speech, but as I said, I am running for chair of the national party. And one of the things that I think is most important is how we use our bully pulpit at the national level to talk about these things and try to get us some press so that we can push these messages down and push resources down to state and local parties. So you guys can be out there walking your precincts, knocking on doors, and talking to your friends and family and their neighbors. That's how we grow the party, one person at a time. Thank you.